No year is the year that the pastor calls it. Every year is the year of how far your eyes can see. No matter what God wants to do, well, how far can you see? How far can you see? Exodus chapter 7 and verse 1. God came to Moses and said, see, I have made you a God unto Pharaoh. Joshua chapter 5 and Joshua chapter 6 and verse 1. God came to Joshua and said, see, I have given you Jericho and its land. You've got to see it. In Jeremiah chapter 1 and verse 11, God asked Jeremiah, what do you see? And in verse 12, it says, I see a rod of an almond tree. And God said, you've seen well. And because you've seen well, I'm going to hasten my word to perform it. So for as long as I'm not seeing what God is seeing, there'll be a delay to the fulfillment of prophecy. The moment I see it, there will be a speed to the performance of what God wants to do in my life. That's why when God came to Abraham, God was telling Abraham, I'm your shield. I'm your exceedingly great reward. You know what Abraham said to God? What is my reward? Seeing I go childless. He wasn't seeing what God was seeing. So God had to tell him to leave the tent. At times, environments can be a limitation to your ability to see, to what God wants to do in your life. That's why in Mark chapter 8, there was a man who was blind. The Bible said Jesus took him out of an environment. From verse 22. After he healed him, he said, don't go back to that place. Because some environments are just limiting environments. And I believe in 2025, God will be doing some dislocation, some relocation for some people. Some relationships in people's lives have outlived their usefulness. It is time to give certain people the gift of goodbye because they were relevant in your past, but not relevant for your future. Not for where God is taking you to. And you don't have forever to carry out God's will for your life. Destiny is not emotional.